Piping design is a big subject. There are lots of chapters, so many engineering requirements and n number of subdivisions, be it a material, layout, stress, pipe supports, feed, detail engineering, 3D modeling. Likewise, we got the whole list of requirements in piping design that we can discuss for the whole day. It will never end. Likewise, today we are going to discuss about a particular system which is considered as one of the most important and most mandatory requirements in most of the process plant industries, especially in countries where the ambient temperature goes below zero. This creates an freezing atmosphere. So when the atmosphere becomes freezing, there will not be any flow in the piping systems. So you need to protect the piping in order to ensure that the flow is continuous. Heat tracing system is the one that helps to maintain the temperature, that helps to improve the efficiency of this process plant. So in this video, let's try to understand what is heat tracing is about and what are the different purposes of heat tracing, what are the different types available, what are the different mechanical arrangements available for heat tracing, and what are the most important design requirements that you have to ensure while applying the heat tracings. And finally, we will end up with covering the insulation requirements as well. So without wasting your time, let's begin. When we talk about heat tracing, the first important thing what we have to understand is what is heat tracing is about, what is its important intention. So heat tracing is nothing but a system that maintains the temperature or it increases the temperature of certain body, be it a piping or an equipment or vessel, wherever it is being applied. It ensures the temperature is maintained, or if required, it can help you to increase the temperature of a particular equipment or a piping also. So this is the main intention. However, there are lots of other requirements as well. Let me try to explain what are the actual industrial requirements for heat tracing. One of the main important intention and the purpose of heat tracing is a freezing protection. Why it is required? Because there are countries where, especially the northern Arctic countries or the northern Russian countries, where the temperature always remains below 0 degrees Celsius. In that case, the piping, the flow within the piping, it gets frozen. So if the piping and the flow gets frozen, you will not achieve the flow. If you don't achieve the flow, you cannot achieve the process requirements. Finally, you will not be able to deliver the byproducts. Generate the byproducts where your process plant is meant to generate. So you have to ensure that there is a continuous flow in the system. In order to ensure that there is a continuous flow in the system, freezing protection is the most important thing for any process plant piping, and heat tracing helps you to achieve the freezing protection. The second important thing is temperature maintenance. Why temperature maintenance? Because especially in hydrocarbons has different viscosity. Certain viscosity will not flow if there is no proper temperature is maintained, because the temperature will help you in order to ensure that it remains in the certain viscous range, certain viscous state. Otherwise, because of lots of chemical reactions and pressure requirements and everything, you will not be able to achieve the byproduct. So in order to ensure that the product remains in certain viscous state, you have to ensure that it is maintained in certain temperature. So that is far more important. That is where temperature maintenance is one of the second most important purpose of heat tracing. And the third most important thing is it prevents the solidification, especially where there is a solid flow or a powder flow or a slurry flow kind of services. You can see in most sulfur recovery plants that you can see lots of the pipings were insulated, lots of the pipings were provided with heat tracing. This is to ensure temperature is continuously maintained in order to prevent the solidification, because in order to prevent the solidification, you need to increase the temperature based on the time and requirements. So this is generally automized at the back end, but however, the main purpose of the heat tracing is to prevent the solidification as well. And the last important thing is the process efficiency. Why process efficiency I am talking about? Because This all of the systems in the process piping or process plant is decided based on certain temperature, flow requirements, velocity and pressure. If you change one particular parameter, you will not be able to achieve the byproduct that you have already planned to achieve. So it is necessary to have all these parameters in a fixed range, be it a temperature, be it a pressure, or be it a density, or be it a flow, or whatever it is. You have to achieve it. Only then you will be able to achieve the certain byproducts. The certain byproducts. So these are the primary requirements for your heat tracing. Now let's understand what are the different types available. We talk about the types. There are only two major types. One is based on steam and other is based on electrical heat tracing. The steam is a system where you supply a steam through the piping, which is covered, overlapped over the pipes and vessels. So that will help to increase and maintain the temperature of a particular system or a pipe or whatever be it, where the heat tracing is applied. The second important thing is, the second type is the electrical heat tracing. The electrical heat tracing by means of electrical energy, which is converted into the thermal energy, and the thermal energy helps to retain and maintain and increases the temperature of the system. These are the only two different types which are commonly used in the industries. However, there are some different arrangements available in mechanical point of view. Talk about the mechanical arrangements. The types in terms of arrangements, we have three categories. One is tracing coils. Tracing coils are nothing but the heat tracing pipes are coiled over the pipes and equipments or any body where the temperature needs to be maintained, even for the valves and instrument as well. So by providing these coils, you will be supplying the steam inside these pipes, so that steam will help you to maintain and increases the temperature of the body. This is one type. And the second type is jacketed piping. Jacketed piping is not like a heat tracing. Jacketed piping is used in services where you cannot achieve increases the temperature by means of providing the heat tracing. So basically it is a one step above the heat tracing, where by providing the entire jacket to the piping system, you will be able to certainly achieve the temperatures that is required for the process condition. And the last one is the contour tracing. Contour tracing is not like the heat tracings or like the jacketed piping. It is basically a bolt-on heated equipment which is bolted over the pipes or equipments or any kind of vessels, and over this bolt-on equipment the steams are supplied like a steam pipings, and the steam will be supplied over this contour trace bolt-on arrangement that will help in order to maintain the temperatures or increase the temperature of a certain equipment or piping or whatever be it. So as far as the mechanical arrangement is concerned, we only have three types, like tracing coil and jacketed piping and contour trace arrangements. Contour trace bolt-on type we can say. Now let's understand what are the key design requirements you will have to address, especially when you are providing the heat tracing. The first most important thing is that you have to choose the right material. The right material will be chosen by your piping material engineer with respect to certain thickness, because in steam services different steam has different temperature, pressure, based on which the thickness varies, based on which you will have to select the right materials with right thickness. So these are the two important things. And the third important thing is the arrangement, kind of arrangement you are providing over the piping and valves. Most of the companies have their own standard, like standards to provide the coiling over the piping, standards to provide the coiling over the valves and instruments or an equipment, what should be the arrangement of this coil in such a way that you can achieve the highest efficiency of the heat transfer. So arrangement is also a primarily important. And the next important thing is termination, because you cannot have this piping continuously. You need to have a termination somewhere, so that during maintenance also you can remove and reinstate, or in case of any damage or in case of any leaks because of the pinhole damage in the piping, you should be able to replace those piping which are damaged. So you need to provide certain small union kind of a thing or coupling kind of thing where you will be able to remove a certain part of the piping. So you have to see intermittent terminations of the piping system which is provided for this heat tracings as well. And the last important thing is that the condensation return, because when you pass a steam over this heat tracing coils, definitely naturally because of the heat loss and the pressure loss, there will be certain amount of condensation will be there. This condensation needs to be removed. If you don't remove the condensation, it will block the piping. So you need to provide a certain provision in order to remove the condensation as well, and in order to return this condensate to the condensate header. So this is a continuous system. Like for any steam system, you will have the main steam system and as well as the condensate system. So you will be able to achieve it by discussing with the process engineers for this. Now let's go to the last topic, which is insulation. In order to achieve the highest efficiency of heat tracing, you need to protect this heat tracing coil with insulation. There are different types of insulations being used in the industries. Two of the common insulation types are, one is a mineral wool and another one is calcium silicate. These are the two common types used for different temperature ranges. So based on which temperature range that you are working, you will be able to apply it. Generally, most of the companies have their own standard of what type of insulation to be provided for which temperature, for which thickness. So when it comes to insulation, you need to select the type, either from the mineral wool or the calcium silicate. And the second most important thing is that thickness of the insulation decides how much temperature is being protected. If you don't maintain the certain thickness of insulation, then most of your heat will be wasted and you will not be able to achieve the certain temperature you wanted to achieve in the system. So your insulation material and the thickness of insulation and how you are going to apply the insulation. Insulation has to cover properly around the coil, around the piping, around the equipments to the fullest. 100% sealing should be there. Only then you will be able to protect the heat loss, because the purpose of providing the insulation is to get the highest or the improved efficiency of heat transfer from this heat tracing coils. So if you don't provide the insulation properly around the pipings or equipment, you will not be able to achieve. So these are the basic requirements of the heat tracing, and hope you understood what is heat tracing is about and what is its purpose and the types and the design requirements we have discussed. So I believe that this will help you to get an insight about what is heat tracing and where it is applied and what are the necessary design requirements to be addressed. I will meet you in another fantastic video. Until then, bye from Subhash Chandra.